Legend Vero. I'm in here and I'm kicking in with 90's World. Check in.
What they want, this is 91, this is what they want. What they want, this is 91, this is what they want. What they want, this is 91, this is what they want. What they want, this is 91, this is what they want. What they want.
So off the bat, you said that you're from, well, you necessarily you say you're from, you were raised in Cleveland and Kentucky.
Yeah, man, so I was born in Cleveland, Ohio, and I was raised there till I was 13. Then I moved to Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky. I'm really saying it wrong. They get on my ass for that. For sure. But yeah, I was raised there, and I went to high school out there. I spent some time at Bama.
What sparked that move?
So it was my dad. My dad, you know how you know, my parents get a new job. You gotta up and go. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I had to do. I had to adjust. It's a lot because Kentucky, you know, it's like the South coming from the Midwest. You gotta look at Chicago, you gotta look at Detroit. I mean, Philly not the Midwest, but I look at Cleveland like Philly too.
What is Cleveland like?
Man, it depends where you at. I say the city is like the jungle. I mean, ain't nothing to brag about, but I mean, Cleveland probably been in the top 5 with murder rate the last probably 15 years. So,
I've definitely heard a lot about Cleveland. You know, it's definitely not a city to play around with, but I feel like it's not one of them cities that just brags on it, like how Chicago is. You know, Chicago is proud of things and how it is. You don't really hear too much of that with Cleveland, so I feel like people kind of get a misconception of it.
Me, you know, I'm from the suburbs, so the way I look at this is a difference. So, you know, you got your people in your city who act like that. In the suburbs, I feel like it's a whole nother vibe. It's like Cali, I call it. Because they out there, everybody dressed different. You know, everybody chilling, and you don't gotta really too much worry about that. And I feel like with Chicago, I think the media glorify it more so. Chicago not that bad. It's bad, but it ain't as bad as they make it seem.
Right. Okay. So with Cleveland, what were some of your influences in Cleveland growing up?
So my dad, he listened to everything, man. I'm talking about. It's tough. I'm gonna have to say his influence was definitely South music. Master P, Cash Money, Wayne, my favorite rapper. Wayne the greatest rapper. And that's what it is. You know, Pac, of course, he loved Jay-Z. He got a fat. He loved Dr. Dre. You know, so I listen to everything. But I got a funny story. Growing up, I love Lil Bow Wow, of course.
I mean, he from Ohio.
He from
right
Ohio.
there.
I had to represent for sure. I mean, you know, growing up a little bit, love Soulja Boy. He just came over and wiped the whole media. I mean, if you ask me, he the father of these TikTok rappers, but I mean, you can get that right now. But 50 probably my biggest influence for sure.
What about Cudi?
See with Cudi, it's a different crowd. So I was listening to basically what was I want to say kind of put in my ears. So whatever my dad was listening to, I was listening to them and listening to the people that under them. Right. So I was listening to a lot of Jay-Z, of course, but I was more so like YMCMB was my era. I was listening to them. I was listening to Future, of course. Like I was listening to them. I feel like Cudi was more so like the stoners. I wasn't a stoner at that age, but I would say one thing though is Wiz Khalifa definitely had a big impact on my life for sure. And I put him and Cudi in the same area, but he just wasn't my type of genre. But he hard for sure. He a legend for sure.
Okay. So with you being from Cleveland, I'm pretty sure you've been to Akron.
For sure.
How do you feel, with the recent incident in Akron? What was it? Jalen Walker, I believe his name was.
Yeah, man, it's such a tragedy. It's really a tragedy. I really hope they find justice for his family. I would pray for his family if I was in a position. And when I do get in a position, I would love for circumstances like this to stop, but they're never gonna stop.
Did that hit different for you with it being so close to where you're from?
It sounds crazy, but no, because at a young age, I was taught, I knew like these things go on. What really hit me is when Trayvon Martin got killed. Even though it wasn't a police officer that killed him. When that hit my mom, it was when she had to sit down and talk with me. Is when it was like, I'm like, it's affecting our parents. Like, it's crazy. We can't even go outside and play. I can't even walk to the store without, you know, having to worry about being gunned down. Let alone, you know, by the police, by other black men, but by neighbors. It's crazy. It's sad. It's a real sad world out here.
Bro, can you turn off the click on it?
Yeah.
Good. So, you said dad got a job and everything, and that's what made you move to Kentucky.
For sure.
You wasn't too excited about it at first?
Nah, I wasn't too excited.
So what was it like getting there?
Man, I got there. I talked different, walked different, dressed different. But I adjust. It took a while. You know, you gonna have your run-ins, new kid on the block. You want me to test you. It is what it is, though. A lot of people, they cool out there, though.
You said you were 13?
Yeah, I was 13, so it was tough, because, and another thing is, everything was different. Like, I'm used to being around my family. Like, I'm talking about grandmas, aunties, cousins, uncles. I'm used to being around them, you know, not every day, every weekend, where I go down there, I don't got no family, I don't got no friends. I can't go nowhere because my mom don't trust, you know what I'm saying, what's really going on, because we knew. It was just a different environment. But I gotta shout out to him, because part of him, that's, I mean, you know, Kentucky, that made me who I am today. Part of that made me who I am today.
When did the music become a factor for you outside of just the influence from your dad? When did you get into the music? Was that in Cleveland or did it happen in Kentucky?
It was in Cleveland for sure. I was probably about 10 when I really started with music. So my uncle used to bang Gucci all the time. So me and my homeboys, I was a kid who went to school, and like I was the one listening to stuff that all the kids want to listen to. At 8 years old, I was walking down the hallway rapping whatever I heard my dad and my uncle, whoever, listening to. So I was putting all the kids on. So I started, me and a couple people, we started a little clique. And this is back in the house phone days. A lot of people don't even got a house phone right now. This is crazy. Yeah, get on YouTube. This when YouTube first came out. Hop on YouTube, pull up an instrumental. Let's say a Wayne instrumental, a Millie instrumental, something like that. We all call each other this on 4-way. We call each other on 4-way, turn on the beat, rap, spit your bars, next person go. We'll be calling girls and all that for them to listen to us rap. Like, I was about 9 to 10 years old doing that.
Yeah.
I got videos of me walking around the house just rapping. My mom like, what you saying? I'm not just rapping, I'm just going. So it's always been something.
So when you got to Kentucky, where did that leave you with the music? Cause I noticed, like, you know, being new, and like you might not have a studio set up at home, you might not have producers and everything like that. So how did your story continue there?
Honestly, man, I was a big sports head, so I didn't even see myself going nowhere with rap. Like, I wanted to be a basketball star. I'm coming from Cleveland, like LeBron is a god out there. Like, you can't say nothing about LeBron. Like, so I wasn't even worried about music. It was still a couple of homeboys and stuff that was doing music at that time, but I wasn't worried about music. I put something on SoundCloud when I was probably like freshman or sophomore in high school, but after that, man, I just left it alone until later on. I was about 18, 19 years old.
So what made you come back to it at that point? I'm assuming this right after graduation?
Yeah, this after graduation. So I had a MacBook. I got a MacBook for school, and they got GarageBand on there. My brother, shout out Koj, my brother, he was making beats from his iPad with his brother on GarageBand. I'm like, man, I got GarageBand on my computer, so I just opened it up one day, played around with it, couldn't figure it out. I ended up meeting some, and I can't forget this, I had some Dre beats. I love Dr. J, so I had some Dre beats, so I always felt like I was in the studio listening to music on there. But anyway, one time it was snowing. I was in Alabama. People don't think it's snowing. I was like, man, snowing in Alabama. I was there. We was bored one night, me and like 4 of the homeboys. And they were like, man, I wish I could make a song. I was like, I got the song. I got a computer. What y'all want to do? And I just pulled the computer out, pulled my Dre beats out, and we recorded the song. And from there on, I just did it every day, every single day.
When did you start producing yourself?
So, I would have to say that started in 2020. So when we made that song, that was like 2017, 2018, around that time. I was rapping, so I just kept making songs, and then 2020, I was like, you know what? I can't do these tape beats no more. I need my own sound. Not to knock, you know, any of those producers who make tape beats, but I'm not doing this because I started getting fascinated with it and addicted to it. I was like, I'm not doing this to sound like Gunna. I'm not doing this to sound like, you know, any of those people, Playboy Cardi, anybody. I'm doing this to sound like me. So I was like, you know what? I gotta make my own sound. So I hopped on. I heard about FL Studio. Sit there, I downloaded it, and I sat there and took my time.
How long did it take for you to learn how to make beats?
Honestly, man, I'm still learning, but man, it took a while. My first beats so terrible, like, man, they so terrible, but I got them for memories, because one day I'm gonna show that. I'm gonna show, like, look, this is where I started at. And,
how long you been producing now?
It's been 2 years.
2 years?
2 years, yeah. I started March of 2020. As soon as the pandemic hit, I started taking it serious.
Oh, nice. That's what's up.
For sure.
I said that pandemic did something different for everybody.
It did. I was in Atlanta. I was in college, so I had skipped class, went to Atlanta for a party, and I was out there and the vibes were so crazy, you know, people, I go to Atlanta, y'all know how it is, y'all know what the music scene is out there, but I seen a couple people walking through Linux and whatever, and I was like, man, that lifestyle, like that music lifestyle, I gotta have it. I went back home. My laptop ain't been off it since. Sure.
Okay. That's dope. When you first started producing, was it hard to find your style in that?
Definitely. Cause I didn't understand anything. I didn't understand how the program worked. I didn't have no music theory. I'm just fresh off just rapping. Like, all I knew how to do is rap my whole life. When it came down to the beats, I'm like, man, it's just supposed to go here, it's just supposed to go there. Like, it was tough. I had to sit down and get on YouTube University and figure it out. And luckily, thank God, then TikTok came. You know, and I've been learning from there. I watch a lot of blogs though. Shout out to a Producer Grind. They do their thing for real. They show you how to make melodies, how to do a simple 808 pattern, how to do.
And this is all on TikTok.
This is all on YouTube and TikTok for sure.
So where's your main focus at right now with your music?
Definitely the production, because I feel as if, and this is with anything, you need a team to win championships. Number two, when you look at these artists, they got a whole team behind them. Even these producers now, like I got 3 producers who gonna be stars like the artists one day, but I'm mainly on production because your sound is everything. People don't want just anything. They want to hear great music. You know, they want to hear different music. Music is lasting forever, so I'm mainly on my production right now because I feel like that's the most important. But it's engineering myself. We're going to engineer the beats, those beats for sure.
Any upcoming projects or singles we can look forward to?
For sure. I'm dropping Filled with Flames. Labor Day weekend. That's gonna be my second EP. I dropped the EP November of 2020 called Play My Position. We've got about 5 songs on there. With Filled with Flames, I'm probably gonna do 5 or 7. And I'm shooting to get them all produced by me, but if the bros they got some fire, which I know they do, I would definitely go throw it on there for sure.
Okay. Before we wrap up, I want you to talk to the people. I want you to let the people know, whether it's fans, whether it's other artists, other producers that want to work with you. What do they need to know about you? How can they contact you? Who do you like to work with? Just tell us that.
You can contact me on anything. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. Anything, just search my name up, VeroMunur, and I'll pop up. Just shoot me a DM. Listen, I'm open to work with anybody. I don't care if you make heavy metal. I don't care if you make, like dance hall music. I don't care what it is. I'm open. I listen to everything. I'm open to everything and everybody. For sure.
Alright.
Sorry about that shutter, bro.
I know you did.
Nah, that ain't 50.